Alright YouTubers, I've got this 2007 Pontiac Vibe, and we're going to be changing the starter. Starter's right down here. Can you see it? That's it right there. I don't know if you can see the connections back here. I'm going to see if I can get to it without removing this fan, but it's no biggie removing this fan, but I'm going to try to see if I can reach in there. I've got the new one here so I can look at it and see where the bolt patterns are and make it easier. Let's take a look at it. So here it is. See, it's sitting in there like this. So I'm gonna have this bolt and this bolt here. This bolt and this bolt. If I can get to those, I can loosen it where I can pull it down and get to this one. Let's disconnect the battery first. That's what we're gonna start with first. Okay, I'm gonna start with the negative. Take it off and put it where it's not gonna accidentally jump like that and connect while you're down there messing with the starter and start sparking everywhere. No, it's too much work, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take these bolts off. See this one right there? That's what that bolt looks from the fan. Now get the other side. See it right there. Another little bitty one. See it right there. And disconnect the fan before we pull it out. It's got a connection right there. Okay, YouTubers. Down here is a connection. I already took off these two bolts on the sides, 10mm, and here's a connection. You gotta disconnect. All you do is squeeze on the back, and it was very hard on this one. I finally got it loose, but it was very hard. What I did, I'll show you what I did. Then I unhooked these little clips. They go in here, and you just pop them out. I used a trim tool, one of these tools, and I popped it out. But I couldn't get it when it was down there, so what I did, I took off these two bolts. Then I unhooked this from the radiator. Now I was able to pull the fan up high enough where I turned it like this, and see, you can reach that connection better. You can't pull too much on it because of the wire. But this is another thing I ran into. Look at that. That fan fell off. When I pulled it out, the side just fell like that. And you can tell it's been like that for a while. Because look at the radiator. It's got marks where it's just been flopping around. It came loose from its place and it's just been flopping around, and luckily it didn't tear a hole into the radiator, but look, it's got it marked. Alright, now that that fan's out, look at all that room we have. And you can see the starter right there. Get it? Perfect shot. That bolt, which I already loosened. Then we'll do these connections. Okay, you won't be able to, you can barely see the bolt right there. See it, little hip popping out. Now this is a 14mm. There's that booger. Let's break it loose. Let me use the cordless. I can get it by hand now. That's how that sucker looks. Now let's get the bottom one. Right there. Okay, this is how the bolts look. Now we can just tap on it and it should come off. Okay, I'm gonna use this bar to jiggle it around. There we go. And once you get it loose, you can bring it out here. And look, you can get that back better. You can do all this out here. You don't have to kill yourself in there. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be a 12mm right here. Okay, and that's on the floor. Let me grab that nut real quick. There's that nut that came out of here. Now you can remove the positive wire. It goes through the starter. And now this just clips off. And what I do is I usually soak those with penetrating oil. Helps them come loose. Okay, now you can even hold the starter like this and push down on this tab, and out it comes. Like this excess lubricant. Alright, here's a new starter. We start by putting this in first. I'm going to drop that nut. Get this lock washer out of here. Okay. Put the big cable on there. Okay, and it should sit right there. It's got its place to sit. Got those little ears there that'll fall in place. Okay, tighten that up. It went from a 12 millimeter to a dang 13, and that's good enough. Now the connection. Now we're gonna install it back in there. Put that little cover on it. Boom. Let's start with the bottom bolt. Let's see how that works out for us. Okay, got a few threads in there. Let's go to the top one. There we go. All right. Okay, now that we got a few threads in there, let's get our 14 millimeter and tighten this top one. Okay, now let's get the bottom one. Okay, we got the new fan. Comes on nice and vacuum packed. Here's the old one. Fell apart. Here's the fan. Great. Turn it upside down and got coolant everywhere here. Alright, here's the fan. Let's drop it in there. And then we'll see what's gonna happen. Okay, here we are on this other side. We're gonna put that little bolt in there. Okay, we got that bolt way down there. We're lined up. Same here on this side. Got the bolt right there in, and we're lined up down there. This clip doesn't move. Now we're gonna connect this connection. Just slide it in, and there it's in. And then put these on those proper little slots. Snap it in there. And we're done. Stick this bad boy in here. Be careful when you put this in there. Don't break that little nozzle. Don't wiggle it around. Just try to push it straight in. And that's it. Now I'm just gonna tighten that bolt, those two little 10 millimeters. This side. And we lost very little coolant, so I'll add some coolant, but we should be fine. Yeah, it's still full. Okay, let's connect the negative. Dig it out from back here where we hit it so we wouldn't accidentally pop on here while we're messing with the starter. It's a 10 mil. And let's start it up. See if this thing will start. Okay, fingers crossed. It was where when you try to start it the second time or third time, it wouldn't start. It just, you could hear the starter just spins, but it wouldn't catch on the flywheel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Like always, I really appreciate you, and God bless you.